Good day, VIDA Fitness. My name's Colleen Paloma. I'm the fitness director for VIDA, and I have a CircuitX burn workout prepared for you today. Should take us about 45 minutes to get through, but it's low impact and heavy on the intensity, so get excited to have some fun with me. You will want a mat, and you may want some kind of step or chair, something that you can actually step up onto. Mine is rather high, so you're going to want something lower than this. A high-backed chair, a small step stool, all of those things would be good options. If you have dumbbells or something that can act like dumbbells, get those. We are going to do some weighted work, and so light to medium weight is great. You don't have to go super heavy for what I have planned. Folks, we're going to start with a warm-up. Just give me an easy leg swing starting on the left. Reach that leg forward and back. You're going to stretch through the hamstring, stretch through the front of the hip, and avoid arching your back. So it's not about movement in the spine. You actually want to keep your core nice and tight so you feel the stretch in the front of the hip and the back of the thigh. Feel free to put that leg down on the ground, right? Reach back, reach up, reach back. Let's change sides. Go to that other side. Just get that good swing. With that opposite arm, you can stretch out wide so you also get a stretch across the chest. Here at the beginning of your workout, you really just want to prep the body and focus on breathing. Get into the zone a little bit. Ready for what you're about to do. You got about 5, just 4. We move to a walkout. Forward fold to plank in 2 and 1. Forward fold, walk out to plank, and reverse. Stretch those hamstrings, stretch up to the ceiling, and then repeat. Again, goal is to get everything prepped, primed, ready to go, so it doesn't have to be a rush. Whew, this is where you start to notice, right? Backs of your legs are super tight, hips are feeling it. Maybe there's something you had going on earlier in the week, over the weekend, and that's becoming apparent here. Whatever it is, just take stock and try to work it out. We're here for 5. Moving to a front lunge with a twist in 3, 2, and 1. Step that right foot forward. Twist over the right thigh and switch. Alternate sides at your pace here. The goal is to rotate through the upper back, not the low spine. Back knee toward the floor. If for whatever reason you want to step into a reverse lunge instead, that's okay. You can do that. Make this work for you. Start to feel that heart rate come up just a little bit. Gradually, steady and strong. We're here for 10 more seconds. Front leg stays strong and rooted, pushing through that heel. Just 3, 2, slow mountain climbers. Come into your plank position again and alternate bringing the knee to the elbow. You're focusing on squeezing that core up and in. Take your time with this. Stack the shoulders over the wrists and exhale with each pull. You want to feel nice cinching across the waist and a really, really, really steady position so those hips don't rock. None of that's going on. You're just here for 10 more seconds. We move into figure 8s. You'll need 1 weight in 3, 2, and 1. I'll use my sand bell here. If you got a big bag of rice or single dumbbell, that works great. You take the feet wider than the hips. Take that weight underneath, behind, and switch. We want to avoid rounding forward from the spine. Instead, sit the hips back. Keep Keep the chest proud. Knees and toes point straight ahead. Sink, lift, switch. For reference, this is 15 pounds. You might use a 5-pound bag of rice. You might use a 10-pound dumbbell. Whatever you have on hand, make this work for you. A laundry detergent jug works great. We start all the way at the top with slight variations. In 5, alternate touching the toes. In 3, 2, come on over. Reach for the toes and switch. Exhale every time. Now, similar to those leg swings we did before, you're avoiding moving in the spine. Move from the hip. Ha. Yeah. Can you still get that stretch in the chest as you reach and squeeze? Reach and squeeze. We want to prep the shoulders and the upper body just as much as the legs. We come back to our walkouts, but we're adding a push-up in 3, 2, let's go. Walk out, sink down and up, and reverse. Walk out, sink down and up, and reverse. Same rules apply about taking your time. We're a little more warm now, so feel free to crank up the pace just a smidge. We added the push-up, more muscle recruitment, higher heart rates. We're starting to feel a little more than just warm. So keep it coming. If you feel strong, make it 3 push-ups at the bottom and then walk it back. For just 10 more seconds, I think you can do it. Add the extra push-up in at the bottom. We move to a lunge with a twist in 3, 2, and 1. Lunge and twist, switch. All right, folks, right about now, you're in it, you're moving, you're feeling some things. I want you to consider what brought you here today, right? What made you tune in? It's because you've been sitting at a computer all day? Is it because you just needed to get moving? You wanted to have a little fun? Whatever it is, get that into your mind's eye and focus on it. Let it take you through when the going gets a little tough during today's workout, right? Hang on to this. We move to climbers in 4, 3, 2, let's go. Come into that climber. It's slow squeezes, knee to elbow. Option to find a wide pull out to the side. So it looks a little bit more like this. Ha. Out to the side, squeeze. Exhale, breathe. This is getting to those obliques. So you want to find a little crunch where your hip pulls toward your arm, right? Hang on to this for 10 more seconds, and then we've got our figure 8s for the last time. You make that transition in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Feet wider than the hips. Find that swing. Collect the weight in the hand, and be careful of your knees here, right? Don't clock yourself in the leg. Sink, keep clearance. Woo-hoo. Challenge your pace, challenge the height of that swing, and gauge through your middle. You're just here for 8. Quick breather in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, feel free to get water, to towel off, whatever you need. We're headed into the bulk of the workout. You have 2 sets of the following 7 exercises. I'm going to show you the exercise while you complete whatever we're doing. So while you do exercise 1, I'll start to show you exercise 2, and you'll transition when I tell you. This way we're moving the whole time and making a really efficient use of our workout. Exercise 1, you've got dive bombers. This is an upper body exercise. So hips up in the air. You dive your chest toward the place between your hands, scoop up and through, and then reverse. Bend the elbows, chest toward the floor between the hands, and slide back up. Now you can dive down, push up. You can dive down and through, and then just push straight back to downward facing dog. Those are all variations that work for this exercise. Let's get started. We are here for 1 minute in 3, 2, you're on. Dive bomber. Hips in the air. Send that chest toward the place between the hands. Dive through into an upward facing dog position and then reverse. Chest comes to the place between the hands and back into downward facing dog. It's only a minute, so you want to stay as strong and steady with this as you can. Come up onto the toes to help load the front side of the body as you do this exercise versus planting your heels toward the floor. You're almost there, you're already halfway through. So don't worry about going fast in round 1, just worry about doing this well. In about 15 seconds, we're lying down on the ground, we're coming to an X sit-up. If you have a single weight that you want to use, you can grab it. Hang on to that dive bomber. We come to the floor for our X sit-up. Right hand to left foot in 3, 2, let's go. Right hand, left foot, slowly lower down. We're staying on this side. Right hand, left foot, slowly lower down. Done just as well without any weight. That left hand can also push into the ground next to you for support, or you can bend the knee and lift this way, using that left hand as a support in the sit-up. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sink. I promise we will do the other side, just not yet. Hang on to it. Stay strong through it. You will need those light weights, cans or whatever you got, for this next exercise. Hold on to where you are for the next 15 seconds. We grab those 7.5 pound, 5 pound weights, whatever you got for IYT raises. We're making that move in 3, 2, let's go. Hinge from the hips, knees soft. Reach the weights straight ahead in a letter I. Slightly wider to a letter Y, and then out to a letter T. Alternate all 3. Straight ahead to an I, slightly wider, letter Y, and out to a T. Exhale on your lift. Inhale as you lower. Breathe, breathe, and return. We're not flinging at the top. It's a squeeze to rise. 15 more seconds. In 10 seconds, we're coming down to the ground for plank punches. Shoulders over the wrists, press through the heels. You reach the arms forward, alternating sides, hips stay still. We're there in 3, 2, let's go. Find that plank position. Reach, reach. Now this is different than a lift, right? You're not just lifting the arm, you're punching. Punch, punch. Feel strength in the shoulders. Stay with this. A minute is a long time to be in any kind of plank. So if and when you need it, you want it, come to those knees. Make an adjustment. No worries there. We're only here for those final 15 seconds, and then we move to our side step squats. Weight is optional. You'll sink down in your squat position, take 2 steps to the side, and come up. If you're holding weight, it's in front of the chin, elbows tight. We're on in 4, 3, 2, let's go. Sink, step, step, and drive. Sink, step, step, and drive. Press through your heels to lift yourself out of the squat. Make sure your hips stay back and down. We rocked the upper body. We worked the core. We are about to cook those legs. So I need you to stay low and stay in the work until you get that lift on either side. Reverse lunge to single leg RDL comes up in just 10 seconds. The back leg sinks down toward the ground and then drive up to single leg balance. Down, down, up, up. We make that change with or without weight in 4, 3, 2, and switch. Right leg back, drive up. Keep that right hip down, squeeze high. Take your time. We're just doing one side. You'll get to that other side next time. So your left glute starts to feel like it's working. With that right knee coming to the floor, it's that left leg that has to stay super strong and stable as you lift. We have one more leg exercise. Staying on that left leg in 15 seconds, we transition to step-ups. Don't stop now. Your left foot will come onto your platform, drive through the heel to lift, and come down. Drive through the heel to lift, and come down. We're stepping up in 3, in 2, and change. Lose the weight unless you've got a low step and you're looking for a little more challenge. If you've got that weight, left foot on your elevated platform, drive up and slowly lower. Try not to thump that right foot down onto the ground. You want to load the left leg. So as you rise, it's as if your left leg is the only one doing any work. Try not to launch off the right side. Take a deep breath and recommit to where you're at, because you only have to do this side once. And you're only here for 15 more seconds. So it's a big breath in, big breath out. Chest stays high. Take your time. We get to repeat the whole sequence one more time in 8. We go to dive bombers. In 6, you leave behind that step up. We go straight into it in 4, 3, 2, let's go. Heels high, lower the chest, dive through and up. Bend the elbows and reverse. You're here for that full minute. In round 1, you were getting good at it. In round 1, you were figuring out what every exercise is about. Now is the time to refine, to intensify, and to see what else you can make of it. Are your elbows flaring? See if you can check that. Bring those elbows in just a bit, not alongside the body, but they're not flared out here, right? Rock and roll through those shoulders with control. Folks, you only have 10 more seconds. That's enough time to do 2. Do 2 really well. Now we want to just do 1 really well. Inhale as you sink. Exhale as you lift. 3, 2, and 1. X, sit up. Left arm, right leg. Find that lying position. And then press the left arm to the right foot. Weight in hand. Exhale, rise. Left arm, right leg. No matter how you swing this, it's core work. So if you got to put that right hand down on the floor to help you up, do it. That's allowed. No problemo. I actually studied Spanish in college, so I know that that's not how you say it. Exhale, lift. Well, it's not as well as you could say it, right? Exhale, lift. Inhale down. If you need it, right hand supports, or you're holding the back of that right thigh. We're only here for 8 seconds. We move to I, Y, and T raises, lightweight, in 4, 3, 2, transition, weights in hand. Feet hip distance apart. Lift to I, lift to Y, and lift to T. Exhale wide. Folks, what's so nice about this, other than that we're gonna get a good burn, is that it keeps moving. It never stops, right? It will. You'll get a break. But while we're in it, we are in it. So stay consistent and just breathe through. You've got 15 seconds here, and then we move to plank punches. So don't stop now, not while you're feeling strong. Hands underneath shoulders. We're gonna punch without rocking in those hips. Ready to change in 5. Switch down to the floor in 4, 3, 2, come on. Down in that plank, exhale, punch. Exhale, punch. In round 1, you got used to it. We made sure it wasn't a raise. In round 2, see it through. Can you find speed? Punch, 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 punch. You're only here for less than half the time remaining, so hold strong. Punch, punch, ha, ha. Exhale with every reach. Exhale with every push. You've got your last 10 seconds in this position, and then we rock and roll into the legs. With or without weight, side step squats. We make that change in just 5. Keep the punch going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch it over. We sink low, we sidestep twice, we rise. With or without weight, down, step, step, and lift. If you want to add intensity in round 2, add the drive. Side, side, drive, sink, stay low, so slow, controlled, down, side, side, and drive. Folks, we have to switch legs for that reverse lunge to single leg deadlift. In 20 seconds, right foot forward, left foot back, push through that right heel to rise, sink that left knee down to come down. We're there in 8 more seconds. So stay in that squat. Can you just come down and hold it? Can you just come down and pulse it? For 5, stay with it. For 4, 3, 2, let's go. You're bringing the right foot forward, left knee down. With or without weight, right foot forward, left knee down. Exhale, drive. Inhale, sink. If you used weight on the left side, make sure you're using weight on this side as well. We're not trying to mix that up too much, right? Make those sides consistent. If you can, avoid launching off the back leg. Focus solely on that front leg. Exhale, push. Back leg reaches backward. Standing leg is solid. Sink slow and controlled. Exhale, push. Once you come up, make sure you're not here. Eyes are on that floor just in front of you. Exhale, push, and then sink. Folks, you got 8 seconds. Stick with this and get ready for step-ups on the right side. We're switching in 4, 3, 2, let's go. Make sure you're pushing down and not forward. Drive through the heel to rise and slowly come down. Exhale, push. Control that lowering phase. If you're trying to ramp things up, avoid hinging forward over your leg or add load. Hold a weight. Hold 2 weights. Get a higher platform. Whatever it is you got going for you, make the change and work with it. But avoid sending those hips off to either side. They stay centered and locked. You stay loaded over that front heel. Hang on to this for 10 more seconds. That means 2 to 3 more solid step-ups. If you're working with a really low step, you better be holding weight, right? Better be holding weight and adding speed. You get to rest in 3, 2, and 1. Take a breather. Nice work. All right, folks. First half is done. Second half has yet to come. We have 7 more exercises that we are going to get through 2 times each. It's just 1 minute, and I'll start to show you where you're headed while you complete each exercise. All right, first exercise is a push-up and a row with rotation. So you need that single weight. You're gonna come into plank position, do your push-up, inhale down, exhale up, collect your weight, pull your elbow into your side and twist. Return to center and repeat. Down, up, same side. Pull and twist. Now that twist is not required, neither is the weight. You could come to the knees and do your push-up and then just lift. Hand to chest. Let's get ready to rock, folks. New sequence. We're on in 3, 2, and 1. Push up, rotate with a twist. The twist happens still in the upper back, kind of like pulling on a lawnmower. So you're not rotating through the low spine. Hips don't change position too terribly much. There's almost a stacking in the hips, but not quite. Push up, rotate and row. Folks, first round, as you know, not about speed, but about control. So focus on your breathing and just know you're gonna make it. That you can do this, that you came for a reason, you know what that reason is, it's in the front of your mind, and you're not gonna let it go. Stay here and stay with it for 10 more seconds, and then we got single leg halos. You're gonna bring that weight with you to standing, left leg on the floor. We're going there in 5, 4, right knee lifted, 3, 2, halo. Draw a halo around the head using that weight. You're moving in just one direction to start. I'll let you know when it's time to switch direction. To challenge yourself, keep those elbows high at shoulder height rather than letting them drop down by your sides. To challenge yourself further, keep that knee lifted to hip height. Elbows stay high, knee stays high. You need it, you want it. Toes can always come to the floor, or you can go with a lower raise. Change directions. Same side, we are going the other way in that halo. Not only are we rocking the shoulders a little bit, but this is a core exercise. So allow yourself to get a little rotation around that spine. Not arching, not rounding, but just leveraging that movement from your midsection. Keeping things locked and loaded, super strong. 10 more seconds here. We will not come back to this side, so you don't have to worry about that. We move into a single leg lateral raise, other side, light weights, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Single leg, lateral raise. If the balance piece is tricky, or you find yourself leaning backward, feel free to take that back knee toward the floor and see how that does for you. If that's really tough, you can lower the knee, right? The weights come to shoulder height and no higher. Your elbows are all but locked out. You're really rocking the top of the shoulder for this one. Exhale with every lift, inhale with every lower, and stay with it for just 10 more seconds. After this, we have a walking plank and toe touch. So from a high plank, you go down on the right, down on the left, up on the right, up on the left, touch the toes, opposite hand to foot, repeat other side in 3, 2, let's go. High plank position, down on the left, down on the right, up on the left, up on the right, left toe, right foot, right toe, left foot, reset, down, down, up, up, reach, reach. If the toes feel really far away, reach for the shin, reach for the knee. Don't grab the knee, but you can find a different touch point. That's totally fine. That walking plank can also be done from the knees. It's just a minute, so if you get to that place where you're feeling like you don't know if you can finish, see if you can just hold a plank. See if you can just do the toe touches, just do the up downs. Whatever you gotta do to stay in it for that full time in some way, that's where I want you to be. Hold on to this for your last 5. We're moving to a wall sit in 3. Find the wall in 2 and 1. Sink your hips down, knees over your ankles, and just hang out. Now, you want to draw your lower back in toward the wall. To crank things up a notch, you can grab a single weight, you can grab 2 weights, you can take your arms out in front of you, you can take them overhead. If you take them overhead, the tendency is to arch the back. So just make sure your back ribs stay against the wall and you're not rounding forward. The other thing I know you want to do when you're in this position is to walk your feet out really far so that your knees are just hanging out over the mat. Make sure your knees are over your ankles and your hips are in line with that knee joint. You only have 10 seconds, so you got this. Woo-hoo. Hang on to it. Breathe through it. We're moving to a stability ball bridge, or you can use that chair in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet on your flat back chair seat. Just lift the hips and lower. I'm digging in with my heels, squeezing my seat to rise. Arms can act as a support by pressing the tricep into the floor, or send the arms high. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sink. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sink. Steady and strong. Just stay consistent with this. It's not about how high everybody can go, so don't arch your lower back to get to the top of this movement. Just keep moving, squeezing the back sides of the legs and those glutes, and you'll be all right. You've got 10 seconds. We move into our last exercise for this round, curtsy to side lunge. With or without weight, we go left leg travels in 3, 2, left knee behind right ankle, left foot out wide. Alternate. Left knee behind right ankle, left foot out wide. We only stay on this side, so keep traveling with the left leg. Your right leg is your anchor point. So left leg travels back, left leg travels wide. Yeah. Right about now, folks, you're hitting that 3/4 mark. So things start to feel tough. You're doing awesome. Just stick with it. When you feel like, now's a good time for me to turn this off, remember that thing you stuck in the front of your mind that's going to get you through this. And say, I did a bunch of exercises on one side, so I got to do them on the other side, or I'm going to be all uneven. And let's be honest, it's nice to have stability and control, but you want your cheeks to match, right? We're just here for 5. Back to the top. Push up with the row. In 3, 2, let's go. Push up. Row and twist. Push up. Row and twist. You're rotating through that upper back, squeezing through that oblique, taking the elbow past the rib cage. Remember, your twist is optional. So think about what you did on the first side and try and replicate that. The wider apart your feet are, the more stability you'll have in this exercise. So you want to challenge yourself, bring them closer together. You want to go crazy? Then you can, by all means, lift one leg and see how that does for you. If you're rotating with the right arm, maybe you can lift that right leg. Woohoo! Right? That's an option. There is all number of manner of ways that you can do this. That's it. So if you want more challenge, bring the feet in close, row from there. We just have 5, 4, 3, 2, single leg halos, and 1. Stand on that left leg, lift the right knee, halo. Remember, we're just gonna go one direction to start. Elbows stay high, chest stays lifted, knee stays up at hip height, core stays strong. You need it, you want it, toes come to the ground, elbows come closer to the sides. Exhale. Strong, steady. The heavier this weight, the tougher it's gonna be. Change in 3, 2, other direction. Come around your head the other way. You want to avoid actually treating this like a halo. So it's not circling above head. It's really like in front of your face, side of the head, back of the head, side of the head, in front of your face, without letting the elbows drop considerably. You're only here for 10 more seconds. So see if you can avoid arching and leaning backward. See if you can stick with this for 4, 3, lateral raises in 2, and 1. Right foot on the floor. Take the left knee up. Exhale. Inhale. Whew. All right, team, we want to avoid chucking the weights, right? Exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale, back down. Exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale, back down. Here you get to get a little bit of like a calm before the storm, because the way we finish this workout is not easy. The way we finish this workout is no joke. So if you remember, perhaps you've blocked it from your mind. We have a walking plank to a toe touch. So in 10 seconds, it's down, down, up, up, reach, reach. This is round 2 of our second block of exercises. So we are going to add speed. Get after it in 3, 2, let's go. Down, down, up, up, reach, reach. Keep it coming. Down, down, up, reach. Whew. That's it. When you reach, are you rounding? Is it the knee you want to reach for instead of the toe? Is it the shin? Maybe it's the thigh. Whatever it is, just try and lift those hips, press your chest toward your thighs, and then return to plank. You're doing it. Hang on to it. Second round is when you do like 2 to 3 more repetitions than you did in the first. Unless you're doing the other side, right? And then we just want to be pretty even. But you know what it is now. Your muscles have some idea of what's coming. Your brain has some idea of what's coming. You can elevate the intensity for 5. We switch to that wall sit in 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to the wall, y'all. Hips meet the wall and the level of the knees. You can put weight on the thighs, hold it at the chest, or reach out wide. But it's a minute, right? It's a full minute. Any kind of variation you're gonna add like that needs to not come at the expense of form in the original movement. So don't go crazy until the wall sit looks good on its own. Okay, I know. Sometimes that happens. I've seen it, right? We've done this before. I've seen you do this wall sit before. And I know that sometimes that happens. So if you're gonna go crazy, make it look good crazy. Make it look like the original exercise was intended. You just have 8 more seconds. Hang on to it. See if you can sink another inch. For those last 5, we go into those bridges in 4, 3, 2, hit it. On the floor. Heels on your raised platform. Dig in with the elbows. Squeeze, lift. If you're looking for more, you could hold weights and place them against your hips so they've got more resistance to work against as you drive up. That's a choice you could make. If you don't have a platform that's working well for you, the wall works. You can put your feet on the wall. That is an option. And then you can just lift from there. That works too. So don't say we didn't try to get creative, right? We didn't try to give you ways to get around these things, because we got them. So keep it coming for your last 10 seconds. We've got the final exercise, curtsy lunge to side lunge, right leg travels in 4, 3, 2, let's do it. Right knee comes behind left ankle, step wide. Ha. Big breath in. Exhale, push. Yes. As you sink down, remember, this isn't where we're going. So keep the chest proud. Squeeze between your blades and hold that weight up high. You want to do this side the same justice you did on the other side. So stick with it. Stay in it. You're over halfway there. You only got 15 more seconds to go. Can you find a little more depth, a little more speed? If you're not holding weight, maybe you're here, down, down, out, out. Hold on. 8 seconds. Yes, yes. Just 4. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Relax, my friends. Well done. Woohoo. Round of applause to you. Get some water, towel off, and meet me on your mat. We come to plank position, right foot forward. You can send that right arm gently into the thigh to open the hips. Squeeze your left glute to stretch the front of the left hip. Option to lower your left knee to the mat or a towel, something that's going to give it enough cushion. Big breath. And shift. Front leg long, toes go high, hamstring stretch. Now the more you round, the less it is about the stretch. So you can even use something to help you prop up here. If you've got that chair, or you got blocks, or the floor is close enough, but lift through the tailbone and the chest to get this stretch. One more big breath. And switch. Plank position. Left foot forward. Left hand high. Excellent work today, team. You gotta remember that reason that you came, right? That thing that's sticking in the front of the head. That thing that's carrying you through. You did it. You made it. Very good. Back knee down, shift, and stretch. Big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Remember to lift through the heart, send the tailbone back. That's right. Come to a standing straddle forward bend. Toes point forward, head and neck relaxed. Soften your knees and slowly roll to standing. Feet come in a little closer together. Left heel high. Glue your inner thighs and stretch through the quad. Folks, we burned it up. We burned it up today, that's for sure. This was a really good way to work the whole body with not a lot of impact, right? We really focused on strength. We focused on stability, and a minute let us focus on some serious high rep counts. So you got a lot of work in. You should feel proud. Send the left leg over the right. Right arm goes. You're opening that chest toward the ceiling just a little bit. Take one big breath into that side body. And change sides. Right heel high. Glue the inner thighs. I hope you'll come back and see me. Come back and try this workout again. And see if you can count your reps, right? In round 1. And then count them in round 2. And add that extra 2 to 3 in the second round. Right foot over the left. Left arm reaches. Open the chest just a little bit. Fill up those ribs. And then come to center. Reach hands forward, round through the upper back. Inhale up nice and high. And let it fly. Have the best day. My name's Colleen. Thank you so much for being here. Can't wait to work out with you again soon.